A magnificent bowling performance from the West Indies bowlers restrict England to 209 all out in 45.1 overs. Gudakesh Motie took 4 for 41 from his 12 overs. There were also 2 wickets apiece for Jayden Seales, Matthew Ford, and Alzarri Joseph. Ruston Chase bowled his 10 overs for 44 runs. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean as we watch the West Indies reply to England 209 all-out Archer over the wicket bowls to King, who bottom edge it out to mid-wicket and there is no run. As we watch the West Indies reply together and interact, I look forward to your interaction. I also want to welcome those who are not able to see the match but are listening to the live commentary. I really appreciate your company. Thank you for being here. Archer turns in the distance. Over the wicket, bowls to King, inside edge again, missed the stump. This time it goes down to fine leg. They're gone for 1. And that's all they will get. 1 without loss as King came onto the front foot for the second time in the over, and the ball getting the inside edge. This time it went down to fine leg. On the previous occasion, it was a thicker inside edge and it went to mid-wicket. This time it was thinner. It went between his legs and down to fine leg, and they got 1. So King there pushing far from his body. Lewis is his opening partner. He comes into strike off 100 not out. Magnificent century in his last match on Saturday in Sri Lanka. How times have changed. How this world has now really become a global village. On Saturday, he was in Sri Lanka playing. Today, Thursday, he is at the Sir Viv Richards Oval facing up to Archer, whose defends out into the offside and there is no run. 1 without loss after 3 deliveries. West Indies needing 209 more runs to win this match. That was a lovely delivery there by Archer and Lewis, forcing to a defensive shot out into the offside. He's really working up some pace here. He's running in. Jafra Archer, as you know, was a member of the World Cup, of the West Indies under-19 World Cup squad. Over the wicket, bowls outside the half stump to Lewis, wide. Let's see if the umpire signal wide. Yes, he does so. And it's 2 without loss. So, yes, you would have known this story. In 2016, he was a part of the West Indies under-19 World Cup training squad. He never made the cut. Alzarri Joseph, Odin Simit, Obed McCoy, those bowlers made the cut. Keema Paul, he never made the cut. He's now representing England. He's over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. Lewis defends down the inside of the pitch. The bowler fielding his follow-through. There is no run. The score remains at 2 without loss. 2 without loss in the first over. Being bowled by Jafra Archer, the Barbadian born, now representing England. Bethel was also born in Barbados. I think there's another one. I think there's another Barbadian, another West Indian on the team. Lewis Seckers, Archer over the wicket, short, pulled away between mid-wicket and mid-on. They're gone for 1. They should come back for 2 as Livingstone gave chase, sends the return into the keeper's end. 4 without loss after 5 overs. Is there something wrong with Lewis there? I hope the anchor is not acting up again as he pivoted and played that through mid-wicket. Is he looking at his anchor? I think he's limping, but this could spell danger for England. This means that this match could over in an hurry. The right-arm fast bowler, Jafra Archer. Over the wicket to Lewis, and Lewis allows it to go through outside the half stump, and there is no run. Playing that one off length as it was short into the pitch. He dropped the wrist and allowed it to go through to the keeper, and there was no run. So 4 without loss after the first over, 4 without loss after 1 over. Meredith, man. Meredith. How you doing, man? Good evening to you, man. It's a pleasure having you here. Sanjay Yusuf Malik is saying, please tell me the score. 4 without 1. 4 without loss after 1 over. Thank you, Nilo Alexander. Appreciate it. Theresa, good to have you back. Happy to see you here, man. I love it when you are here, Theresa. You keep my company. It's always good to have the females around, Theresa. I love it. And she's saying, good evening, Mr. Brown. I'm back. West Indies all the way. Yes, indeed, Theresa. Turner is it as he comes into King, and King drop the wrist, taken on the body. Let's see, he was short into the pitch. He dropped the wrist. Did that hit him on the arm? I think it hit him on the arm as it came back a long way off the seam. So that ball did came back a long way off the seam. It hit him on the arm right here. It hit him right here. Turner comes in, bowls to King, and King defends, solid in defense as the ball goes out into the offside, and there is no run. So it was very solid in defense there, not looking the same airy-fairy King, but was solid in defense. Is he zoning today? I hope he's zoned in. Where's Sherwin? Sherwin have a love affair with Brandon King. Over the wicket, bowls to King, and King defends out into the offside, no run. The score remains at 4 without loss after 1.3 overs. Good, solid defensive stroke there. West Indies just need about 210 to win this match, and they should get it fairly easily. Valerie R, good evening to you too, man. I appreciate it. Are you alone again this evening? Good evening. Well, Andre should be joining us probably sometime. I hope he does. Edge down to third man for 4. As Turner pitched up, but King came on the front foot. He drove at that one, and Edge pass first slip down to the third man boundary for 4. He's off the mark. King doesn't look all that comfortable at this stage. He played 2 solid defensive strokes, but then the other 3 deliveries, he was definitely he was not in control of the other 3 deliveries that he faced as he secures now. 8 without loss. Turner bowls to King, and King drive in a portion of the bat again down to backward square leg. They go through for a single. The score moves up now to 9. 9 without loss after 1.5 overs. 9 without loss. So Valerie, I expect Andre to be joining me sometime this afternoon. I'm not quite sure what time, or should I say I hope that he will be able to join me. Valerie is saying 150 watching, but only 14 likes. Maybe I should stop. Don't you think, Valerie? Over the wicket, ball stood Lewis, and Lewis solid in defense, played it to extra cover, and there is no run. Show some appreciation, man. Click on that like button. It's a thumbs up button below the screen, and you only have to click once. You only have to click once. It is free. It doesn't take a second. Philip Dubois saying, good evening, sir. Wonderful cricketer, Ed. Should be an easy win. Let's hope so. I definitely hope so. It would be indeed a pleasure if it becomes an easy win. Archer bowls to King, came back inside edge onto the pad, down to mid wicket, and there's no run. I think King needs to clear his mind. He needs to concentrate and relax at the crease. He needs to see off these 2 white balls. Those white balls are shining the light. It's only 210 we are chasing King. Just second down. Don't need to force it. Slip backward point cover. Mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket square leg. There's a third man and there's a fine leg Archer. Over the wicket, bowls to Brandon King, down the leg side, taken on the pad. Let's see. They stay their ground. 9 without loss after 2.2 overs. 9 without loss after 2.2 overs. So Navarro Abraham, I definitely hope that it will be an easy victory and we have a lot of fun. King and 6 from 9 deliveries. Lewis on 2 from 5 deliveries. Archer over the wicket, bowls to King, solid in defense this time, just standing up and just playing that at the top of his bunks at the top of the bunks in the region of his chest, and it dropped right down in front of him. The fielder charging from backward point, and there is no run. That's looked much better from Brandon King there. So 9 without loss after 2.3 overs. Jafra Archer in his second over, 1.3 over. 1.3 overs, none for 4. He's over the wicket, bowls to King, pitch drop driven, down to mid-off, no run. The score remains at 9 without loss after 2.4 overs. Remember I said to you, this is Philip the Boy. Remember I said to you that Windward Island had a chance when they started out. It was looking doomed, but the end, all their nerves. But the tail end, that's all their nerves. What a great win. Guyana was shocked. Yes, man. Yes, it was a very, very great win by the Windward Islands. Archer over the wicket, bowls to King. He looks to dab this down into the onside. Probably come off the gloves, off the body. The replay will tell us if we are seeing one. But there's no replay, so the score remains at 9. 9 without loss. Here comes the replay. That was short again. Is into his rib cage, taken on the thigh pad and dropped in front of him on the onside. 9 without loss. It has not been a reassuring start from King. Let's put it that way. Let's hope he gets it together. Archer comes in, bowls to King, and his drive again down to mid-off, and there's no run as that ball came back into him. He was onto the front foot and he played it smoothly down to mid-off. There is no run. The score is 9 without loss at the end of over number 3. Thank you very much. My good friend Dan Dada, man. How are you, man? Good to have you here, man. Really appreciate having you here, Dan Dada. So please remember to slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. On that batting card, they have Rutherford at 6. I would not want to see Rutherford batting at 6. You have done so well at 5. Why would you change him? Nonetheless, it is just the batting card, and it does not necessarily reflect as Turner bowls to Lewis, and Lewis defends on the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. Wow. So Lewis is on 2, King is on 6. West Indies 9 without loss. Yes, Dan Dada is asking you to remember to like the button. Respect, Dan Dada. Respect. Over the wicket comes Turner, bowls to Lewis, check drive to mid-off, and check drive to backward point, and there is no run. So Lewis remains on 2. King is on 6 from 13 deliveries. Come on. King on 6 from 13 deliveries. Lewis is on 2 from 7 deliveries. West Indies 9 without loss. Turner. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, down the leg side, look to clip it away, comes off the pad, the keeper stopped it one hand, and there is no run. The score remains at 9 without loss after 3.3 overs. Good start by the English bowlers, really bowling well here, very good start by them. That one came off the pad. There's a suggestion that it was off the bat, but I don't think so. It definitely came off the pad there. Definitely came off the pad. Turner, right arm fast, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. He pulled this high in the air. Let's see what happened here. It gone over the field ahead. He ran back. That's Livingstone as it goes very close to the long on boundary, and they will get 2. So 2 more to Lewis. He moves up to 4. But Phil Salt Was Phil Salt born in Barbados or he went to school in Barbados? This team have a lot of persons with West Indian connection in it, you know. Probably about 4. Bettel, Salt. Over the wicket comes Turner, bowls to Lewis. He squared them up. Good stop by the field at backward point as that one was travelling. The score remains at 11 without loss after 3.5 overs. Lewis is on 4. King is on 6. Turner in his second over, 1.5 overs, none for 7. I keep looking to see if I can see what speed they are bowling with, but I'm not seeing any coming up. Is that they do have a speed gun or the person keep on forgetting? Short, pulled away. I think he collects this time. It gone all the way for 6. So that was short and he pulled it away and it went all the way for 6. Lewis moves up to 10, 17 without loss at the end of over number 4. So it was short into the pitch. Lewis quickly onto it and pulled it away over deep backward square leg for 6 runs. The score moves up now to 17 without loss. Yes, Philip Dupoy. Yes, it was an intriguing match. It was so exciting, you know. Jamor Summers, good night to you. Theresa is saying that we need more of that. We need more of that 6 there from Lewis. Lovely shot. 17 without loss. Jafra Archer, Jacob Bettel, Phil Salt, Mosley. Archer over the wickets. Bowls to King. His defense solidly so. That's much better. Onto the front foot. 17 without loss after 4.1 overs. He just came on the front foot and defends a solid block. So Brandon King seconds now as Jafra Archer comes in. Over the wicket, bowls to King. Inside edge onto the pad again. King remains on 6. Lewis is on 10. Jafra Archer have a big smile on his face as if he's saying to himself, you know, this guy can't bat me though. He can't bat me, you know. And maybe that is going to work to King advantage because Archer is probably going to try to bowl that glory ball and then missed his line, missed his length. And King is someone who's going to pounce quickly. As Archer now, he walks back to the top of his mark. He's just about turning and going to start his run-up just about now. He's over the wicket, bowls to King, and that one comes back in again, but King got the middle of the bat onto it and played it down to mid on the bowler field in his follow-through, and there is no run. What the ball? It's swinging. It is seaming a lot, you know. It's seaming. It moved. There's some seam movement off the seam after hitting the deck. I think that probably in another over or 2 that will become lessened. You know, they are using 2 white ball. Archer over the wicket, bowls to King, down the leg side, clipped away, down to 5 leg. It goes into the boundary for 4. That's what I was telling you about. He was going to go for that glory ball. And when he go for that glory ball, he's going to miss his length. He's going to miss his line. And King was going to pounce. And he pounced immediately. It goes for 4. He moves up to 10. It's now 21. 21 without loss in over number 5. Well played by Brandon King, just riding that and just make sure he turn the wrist around it and get it fined to the right of the fielder on the fine leg boundary as it goes into the boundary for 4. So King is on 10, Lewis is on 10, West Indies 21 without loss as Archer begins to move in now. Over the wicket, bowls to King, clipped away, taken on the pad. Keeper cannot stop it. It will go down to fine leg for a leg by. Let's just confirm that from the umpire. Yes, here comes the signal. It's 22 without loss after 4.5 overs. Remind you that the target is 210. At the end of this over, I will run through the West Indies bowling figures for you. 4.5 overs have been bowled. Lewis is on 10. King is on 10. Lewis comes into strike. There are 2 slips, a backward point, extra cover and the mid-off. There's a big gap between the backward point and the extra cover. Balls to Lewis, pitched up, play that it misses, goes through to the keeper, no run. The score remains at 22 for 2 at the end of over number 5. 22 for 2 at the end of over number 5. So Matthew Ford, 9 overs, no maiden, 2 for 48. Jayden Seales was absolutely impressive. 8 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 22. Alzarri Joseph, 8.1 overs, no maiden, 2 for 46. Gudakesh Motie, 10 overs, no maiden, 4 for 41. He was brilliant. On the day when the ICC release shows that Gudakesh Motie is now the number 2 ranked T20 international bowler, he responded by taking 4 for 41 in an ODI match. Turner bowls to King, beaten outside the off stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. Ruston Chase was the 5th bowler that was used. 10 overs, no maiden, none for 47. None for 47 from his 10 overs. So that's the West Indies bowling chart. Motie getting 4 for 41, 2 wicket apiece for Ford, Joseph, and Seales. Turner over the wicket, bowls to King. That one leave them. It pitched and it leave him off the seam. Well bowled. That's probably the best ball in this match thus far. It was a beauty. You just have to put that out of your head. It came in on the angle and then it pitched and it leave. Probably King just drop his hand, drop his wrist at the last moment. Lewis smiling and saying, what a delivery. Let's watch Turner now. He comes into King. 22 without loss. Over the wicket, balls to King, and King beaten again outside the off stump, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Wow. So Sherwin, how you doing, man? Your friend is batting, Sherwin. Sherwin is a Brandon King not watching the ball. Turner over the wicket, bowls to King, and King cut again, misses through to the keeper, and there is no run. So 4 ball beating the edge in this over. 4 consecutive delivery beating the edge of King. I think he's setting. He's going to bowl an in-swinger now. I expect the in-swinger. Comes in King, ride this and played it down to 3rd man for a single. The score moves up to 23 without loss. Thomas Norbert is saying, good night, sir. Please, can you give me an update on the match between CCC and Guyana, please, if you can? Yes, I will check it, and they can. I know this community will respond very quickly to you. They will respond very quickly to you. Turner comes in now, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis tucked this off his hip through square leg. The field at mid-wicket gave chase, picked up 24 without loss at the end of over number 6. 24 without loss at the end of over number 6. It was a no result. Guyana RP Eagles, they made 271 for 7. I will run through the scorecard for you. Chanda Paul made 13. Machu Nandu 116, 7 fours, 5 sixes. Tevin Imlap made 51. Kevlan Anderson 31. Kevoi Savory also made 50. He was not out on 50. 9 fours and 2 sixes from 42 deliveries. Kevin Sinclair got a 1 ball. Kimo Paul made 5 from 8 deliveries. And Ronaldo Ali Mohamed made 15 from 12. Guyana RP Eagles made 271 for 7 or 45 overs. Combined campuses and college, they were 32 for 1 after 6.5 overs. Archer around the wicket, Lewis leaves alone. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So they were 65 for 1 after, no, not six, after 6.5 overs. They were 32 for 1. The batsman to go was Camille Pooran. He was bowled by Niall Simmet for 20. Kieran Powell was not out on 8 when the rain came, and that was the end of the match for the day. It was a no result. So that's the update on the match. 271 for 7 Guyana Happy Eagles made, and the CCC were 32 for 1 after 6.5 overs. Drive misses. That was Lewis this time. It goes through to the keeper. There is no run. 32 for 1 they were after 6.5 overs. It was a no result. Patrick Simmet said, it's just a moderate total. They just have to bat responsible. Yes, indeed, they just have to bat responsible. Sip is asking, what Mrs. Brown cooked there? Every minute, me see you are taste. Oh, I'm drinking some hot coffee or some hot chocolate. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, what a peach. Oh, it was a peach. You can't play that. It came in from round the wicket. It angered in. And when it touched down, it straightened and beat the left-hander Lewis through to the keeper. How do you play that? What is Archer doing with the ball? So it's some hot chocolate to keep the system warm and keep the larynx moist so that I can go for a good while sip. And so I'm just sipping it. I'm just following your name. I'm going by your name, Sip. Oh, yeah, yeah. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, defends down to extra cover, and there is no run. Sherwin is saying the feeling of Joseph bowling was simply awful. If these two guys reach the 50 partnership, England will feel the fire from Lewis Blade. Bowl to Lewis, drive down to mid-off, no run. At the 1 to come in the over. It's 24 without loss after 6.5 overs. Archer 3.5 overs, none for 8 at this stage. Lewis is on 11. King on his 11. Sip is asking what you are cooking. Lewis round the wicket bowls. Archer round the wicket bowls to Lewis, who look to turn it into the onside, taken on the body, and there is no run. A magnificent made over here by Jafra Archer. He was really at the top of his game. He's really steaming in. 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 8 of the bowling of Jafra Archer. Turner, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 15. So both batsmen are on 11. West Indies 24 without loss. Turner ball to King. And he edged that away down to third man for a single. The best place to be right now in this match is at the non-striker end. Get off strike and go to the non-striker end. King is on 12. 25 without loss. The target is 210. 210 is the target. Lewis is on 11. Turner, none for 16 from 3.1 overs. Turner over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis hit this away in the air. Oh, he timed that sweetly. It was nothing more than a flick. And it went a long, long way. Over deep backward square leg for 6. Lovely shot, 31 without loss. He moves up to 17. He just clipped it off his pad. And it went a long way. Lovely shot by Lewis. Look at that. Wow. It came right out of the screw. Sherwin said that the ball is playing his beloved friend Brandon King. Turner bowls to Lewis down the leg side wide, 32 for 32 without loss after 7.2. Steve Russell is saying, come on, King. Well, the truth is, Steve Russell, that over that Archer ball to Lewis just now was top class. He couldn't find the ball either. So I think both of them are, you know, Lewis looks a little more solid than King. But it's clearly that the English bowlers are really working up. Turner, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, open the face of the bat, guided to backward point, no run. Anthony Jervis is saying the game abandoned. Oh, I think he was answering the question. Yes, thank you very much. These guys playing T20 cricket style. If this continue, they will reach the total in 30 overs. Turner over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, defend down the onside of the pitch. The bowler fielding his follow through, no run. The score remains at 32 without loss after 7.4 overs. Franz Clan is saying, top of the evening to you, the Cricket Forum fans. Mr. Brown, hope all is well on this glorious day. Yes, it is. It is well, and a pleasant good evening to Mrs. Brown as well. Thank you very much. I'm sure she will respond shortly. That one taken on the pad as Lewis looked to play it into the onside, and he hovered across for a singer. Is it leg by or is it singer? Take him on the tie above the pad, and one more to the total. Leg by, he remains on 17. So they're showing you King just cannot find the middle of the bat. Wow, as those. What I would have loved them to show is that the ball that got the inside edge and the ball that beat the bat. So there they show 3 that beats the bat and 4 that got the inside edge. I would love them to show them in different color. Ball to turn and he's beaten again. This, you know, the good thing about it though from King, to be fair to him, is that he's not following the ball. So he saw the line of the ball and he is in line and he has the bat here. And so when it sees him, it leaving him, he's not following it. If he was following it, he would have nicked off. So to his credit, he's holding the line of the bat. You know, but it is a real struggle for him. It's a real struggle. 177 needed from 42 overs as West Indies are 33 without loss at the end of over number 8. What did I miss? Just leaving work. Jafra Archer bowls to Lewis, played it to backward point, and there is no run. West Indies are 33 without loss, Mr. Casanova. But I'm telling you the truth. Both English bowlers are really bowling well. Jafra Archer and Turner, they are really bowling well. Between both of them, they would have beaten the bat about 10 times. And they would have found the edge on another 6 or 8 times. Largely King, but Lewis have had his encounters too. Archer round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, clipped away off the pad. True square leg, work for the fine leg and the mid wicket. The fine leg caught up to it first and they come back for 2. The score moves up to 35 without loss after 8.2 overs. So Sherwin is saying Turner is new. You can't bowl short to Lewis. That was clipped away, man. Nicely. Mr. Casanova is saying they both need to make 100. Let's hope so. And Dada is done, Dada. Archer round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, over the top. Pleasant shot. It gone all the way. 6 runs there. Lovely shot by Lewis as Archer went for the glory delivery after beating the edge so many times in the previous over and failed to get the edge of Lewis' bat. He decided to pitch up just a little more. And by pitching up just a little more, he overpitched and Lewis was quick to pounce and he hit it over long on for a magnificent 6. 6 lovely runs. 25 he is now, 41 without loss. Archer round the wicket, clipped off his pad, down towards fine leg. Work for Rashid that And the chance to run out, well, King got back just in time as he was sent back by Lewis. It was flicked away by Lewis down to fine leg. Adil Rashid had a lot of work to do to his right. King turned for the second one, but then Lewis sent him back. The return came in right over the stump to Saul, but King reached home safely. Stumps were broken, but he was in safely. So that is saying 51 likes now look good. Top up the likes button, please. Yes, click on that like button. It's a thumbs up button just below the video. It's free to subscribe. Just click on it once. The bowling tight was West Indies as a 5-over advantage. He was clearly in. So I don't know why they're looking at that. He was clearly in. Let's watch Jafra Archer. Over the wicket, bowls to King, and King played this away. Good stop by the field at backward point. There is no run. The score is 42 without loss after 8.5 overs. King on 12 from 26 deliveries. Lewis on 26 from 27 deliveries. As Archer goes back to the top of his mark. Stephen Roach, I don't know where he is, Patrick Lambert. He's hiding. I wonder if he's hiding under a rock, Patrick Lambert. Is there a warrant out for his arrest? Over the wicket, driven magnificently by Brandon King. Oh, top draw. Absolutely cream it down to the extra cover boundary for 4. Not a fielder move. It was over pitch and he was onto the front foot and he played it sweetly between cover and extra cover down to the boundary for 4. Magnificent by Brandon King. What a shot. Lovely shot there. He just came forward and hit it ever so sweetly. 46 without loss after 9 overs. King is on 16 and Evan Lewis is on 26. Both have faced 27 deliveries. King have it 3 4s while Evan Lewis have it 3 6s. So Patrick Lambert, is there a warrant out for your arrest in the first instance? Is there a warrant out for Stephen Roach arrest? Stephen Roach, is there a warrant out for your arrest? We need to have you here, Stephen Roach. It's not the same without you. Turner, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, defend back down the pitch, the bowler fielding is followed through, no run. 46 without loss, Lewis on 26, King on 16. Patrick Simmet, welcome to the show. So now we release how special Brian Lass was. These bowlers that looking so brilliant, he would tear them to pieces. Thank you for your comment, Patrick. Over the wicket, bowls down the leg side, wide signal as Lewis looked to pull, misses, goes through to the keeper, and wide signal, 47 without loss. So Theresa is a St. Lucian, Patrick Lambert, and Patrick Lambert is also a St. Lucian too, Theresa. So you two might well know each other, from the same island. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. Again, flashes at it down the leg side, through to the keeper, wide signal, 48 without loss. Jay saying, this Turner guy bowls better to right-handers, it seems, though. It definitely seems so. True. Andrew Carr, watching live in the UK on TNT Sports. But you got your fantastic commentary on. Big up. Over the wicket, come Turner, bowls to Lewis off the back foot, force it to the man at backward point, no run. The score remains at 48 without loss. He looks to be a cover point there. He looks to be in front of the crease. I want to see that again. Thank you very much, Andrew Carr. I appreciate it. 48 without loss, 9.2 overs. I just want to see whether the fielder is at backward of point or is in front of point. Turner. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, defend down the offside of the pitch. The bowler cannot stop it. They come through for a quick single. The return comes in at the keeper's end. Brandon King safely home, 49 without loss. So King comes into strike now. He's on 16. Lewis is on 27. None for 26 from 4.3 overs. That's the score at this time. That's Turner figures at this time. None for 26. He's over the wicket, bowls to King, and look to pull, goes through to the keeper. He shaved the half stump. That might have brushed the half stump, you know. But it shaved it as King looked to be pulled, as he's a bit frustrated, and I want him to zone in here because West Indies need less than 4 runs per over to win. 49 without loss after 9.4 overs. King on 16 from 28 deliveries. He faces up to Turner, who's over the wicket, bowls to him, and he defends down back the offside of the pitch straight to the bowler, who fielded his follow through. There is no run. The score remains at 49 without loss. Seabread is saying that King's struggling in the right direction. If he wins his batter, is trouble in Antigua. So Turner now. Over the wicket, bowls to King, and King off the back foot plays a forcing shot, cannot beat cover, and there is no run. At the end of over number 10, West Indies 49 without loss, looking to get 210 to win the first one-day international between England and the West Indies. Yes, Jay, it was a lovely shot, wasn't it? Yes. Oh, yes, Sherwin, I say nice shot. Good from you, Sherwin. Good for you to admit that it was a lovely shot. Yes, Sherwin. Yusuf Greenwich is asking, where can I watch the match live? I am watching it on ESPN Caribbean. So you can download the app or you can subscribe to ESPN. If you are in the state, or if you are TNT Sport in the States and TNT Sports in the UK and 10 Sport in the United States and Canada. Nelson Wiseman is saying, good evening, Mr. Brown. Adil Rashid is coming into the attack. Good evening, Mr. Forum. I was best pleased with Seales in the Sri Lankan series, but he was so impressive in his first 5 overs today. Well, he bowled well. All 8 overs were bowled well. 8 overs, none for 22. You know, when you come back into the attack in the 40th overs or so, the batsmen are going to be more aggressive. And those 3 overs went for 14 runs, so that was still good. So I think he bowled well overall, Wiseman. Rashid bowls to Lewis off the back foot, force it down to long off for a singer. The score moves up to 50. So someone had said if West Indies make 50 for the first wicket, then it will be an easy win. So let's hope that he is right. I definitely hope he is right. So there's a slip in place. Let's see. I hope King doesn't chip the first ball, you know. Rashid over the wicket to King, and King is forward as he blocked the googly to cover, and there is no run. So right out of the middle of the bat. Axers believe West Indies will win in the 36th over. Rashid bowls to King. The leg break turn across him. He hit it over the top of cover, down to the man coming off the cover boundary. A very, very ungainly shot there. It was a big turning leg break. It turned slowly. It was short. King went on the back foot and was looking to pull, and then it turned away, and it peeled off the outer portion of the bat over cover for a single. 17 for King, 28 for Lewis, 51 without loss. Rashid bowls to Lewis, who on drive down to long on for a single, looking much more comfortable. He moves up to 29. King on 17 comes back into strike. The score 52 without loss. Akers are saying that West Indies will win in the 36th over. Sherwin is saying, very nice shot, King. Watch now as Adil Rashid slips, goes down over the wicket, bowls to King, and King slaps this away. Much better shot, bending down on one knee and playing it away down to the field and the cover boundary for a single. He moves up to 1853 without loss after 10.1 overs. King Sherwin is saying that King closed his eyes and swing. Clipped away off his toes by Evan Lewis down to long on again for another single. So they get 5 singles out of that Adil Rashid over. The score will move up to 54 without loss at the end of over number 11, with King on 18, Lewis on 30. Both have faced 33 deliveries. Why was Evan Lewis treated so badly by the West Indies selectors? He was not Patrick Smith. My understanding, the West Indies selectors always wanted Lewis to play. It was Lewis was the one who was always been saying that he was not ready. I think he ventured into real estate and was not playing a lot of cricket. But even before the World Cup, he was training with the World Cup squad and then he pulled out. So they always wanted him. I would not. Let's put those are not my understanding of the situation. Not my understanding. So Sam Curran, the man who came to bat in shades. And you realize that from the time he came to bat in shades, his game just fell off. Bowls to Lewis, who's off the back foot, force it to the man. He is definitely in front of point. So you could call him at point. He's at point, and there is no run. Karen Fritz, how you doing, man? Always nice to have you here. I am late, but I'm here. Come on, win this. Good evening, Cricket Forum family. Thank you very much. King or Lewis need to bat deep. Definitely. Curran over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, inside edge onto the pad, down to the keeper, no run. So Lewis looking to play a forcing shot off the back foot, got the inside edge. It goes into the pad, down to the keeper, and there is no run as Sam Curran get that one to come back in and just challenge the inside edge, and it was into the pad. As Lewis stood up straight and looked to play that one through the offside. Yes, I think ever since Sam Curran came to the West Indies and walked out to bat in glasses, shades, not glasses, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who dabbed this to backward point. There is no run. He's definitely at backward point now. Or maybe he's always at backward point, but his movement take him in front of point according to where the ball is played. His game, I think, has just gone down from then. You know, you don't ramp those way. Steve Russell is asking if this is a bowling wicket. I don't think so. 54 without loss. Curran over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, and he connect high over long on for 6. It was short, and he swung it away high over long on. 6 more to Lewis. The score moves up to 36. The score moves up to 60. His score is 36. As that was short into the pitch from Curran, and it was hit high over long on for 6. Can't short to Lewis. Stephen Russell, I don't think it's a bowling wicket, but I think that the rain that fell and the English used to this type of condition, this overcast condition, and then they know how to get the ball to go in this type of condition. But as the balls get older, I expect there to be less swing. Curran bowls to Lewis, cut away. Is he dropped? Was that a drop chance? Or it was on the bounce? It cut hard to Bettel at backward point and he dropped it. Let's wait and see. My first impression that it was a drop catch. 60 without loss. Lewis on 36. Curran over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, tucked off his pad, through forward of square, mid-wicket, gives chase, one more to the total. He moves up to 37, 6-1 without loss at the end of over number 12. West Indies need a further 149, a further 149 to win. Lewis is on 37, King is on 18. It's 6-1 without loss. Yes, I was making the point that these conditions suit the English bowlers. It's a condition that they are used to. Adil Rashid comes into Lewis down the leg side. He looks to sweep, bottom edge, a singer. Let's see if it's a singer or wide will signal. I think it's bottom edge. Let's see the signal from the umpire. There is none. So it must be wide. I don't understand this. It came off his pad. So it's leg by signal. Adil Rashid now. He's over the wicket. Bowls to King. And King watched that as it turned and looked to flat bat it. But it goes to the man at extra cover and there is no run. The pitch is turning a long way. Adil Rashid is getting a lot of turn. He's going to set up King for the googly. Comes in, bowls to King, and King played it back down the pitch to the bowler who fields, and there is no run. I think why Rashid throw that leg break wide outside the half stump and allow King to see turning is because he want to set him up for the googly. Let's watch. Rashid bowls to King. That's the googly. He read it well and clipped it through mid-wicket down to the fielder coming off the mid-wicket boundary. One more to the total. 63 without loss. King moves up to 19. Lewis is on 37. So we guys got this game easily win. All the guys have to do is keep their head on their shoulder and bats and them hands. To Lewis, who hit this high in the air. One hand came off the bat as he missed time at the fielder. Can't get there. 6 runs. I think he mistimed it, but it went all the way. Was beaten in the flight, but he went through with it. The left hand came off the bat, but it went away for 6. He moves up to 43, should it be? Was beaten in the flight, but he still had enough power to clear the boundary. And despite the best effort of the fielder who tried to take it over the rope, and Adil Rashid is not happy at all because he thinks that the fielder should have taken the catch. 69 without loss. Comes in, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis play this away down to third man. Open the face of the bat. They're gone for 1. They are back for 2. The score moves up to 71 without loss at the end of over number 13. Lewis is on 45. Brandon King is on 19. Lewis have faced 42 deliveries. Brandon King have faced 36 deliveries. Remind you that the target is 210. Mikel said the crack form. The crack from? He's struggling. Is he struggling here again? Well, if he's limping, it's a good sign. Because it appears that when he limps, he makes 100. Lewis back right where he belongs. Yes, the champion. Remember, he was coming off a series with the most runs with a couple of centuries. He was dropped for a lack of fitness. I remember when he was dropped for a lack of fitness, but I'm a fitness person too, because I believe that if you can give me 100 unfit, I believe if you become fit, you can give me 150. So I believe in fitness. I really believe that fitness make you better, even physically in yourself. Fitness make you live longer. Curran bowls to King, who defends down the half side of the pitch. So I really believe in fitness. And yes, he made 2 centuries. But if he was fitter, would he have made bigger centuries and made them faster and put the team in a more promising position? I believe in fitness. I remember when he was dropped. But then, over the wicket, bowls to King, who turned this away down to backward square leg for a singer. The score moves up to 71. King is now on 20. 72 it is. So my thing, Patrick Simmett, is that they dropped me because they said I'm unfit. If I really want this Patrick Simmett, what I'm going to do is to go and get fit if I really want it. So I know there are 2 sides to the argument, because some person will say play the man. But I believe that the fitter you are is the better it is for you. And the more productive you will be. Over the wicket comes Sam Curran, bowls to Lewis. Yorker ducked out to mid-wicket, no run. The score remains at 72 without loss. Frank McCune said, take it easy, boys. You have to wait. They made a big mistake. You don't give the guys chances. He will punish you. You don't give this guy chances. He will punish you, said Frank McCune. So Steve Russell said, come on, Lewis, 50. I want 100 from him. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, clipped away down to fine leg. It's going to run very close to the boundary. It gets there, 4 runs, 49 for Lewis. The score moves up to 76 without loss. King remains on 20. West Indies now need a further 134 runs to win. So Curran there just strained, just coming too straight, and Lewis just turning it away down to the fine leg boundary for 4. Good shot there by Evan Lewis. He's on 49 again. Over the wicket comes Curran, bowls to Lewis, driven down to mid-off, too firmly, cannot get the singer. He remains on 49, 1 to come in over number 14. So Karen Fritz is saying, I am on the road with the family. How did we play Archer? I love when he goes for plenty against us. Lord, forgive me. Ha 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 ha. Karen Fritz, he was almost unplayable. Almost unplayable. Or should I say he was unplayable? He swung it, he seamed it around us. Curran bowls to Lewis, and Lewis played this to middle, and that's his 50. They go through for a quick singer. Well played against Lewis. Well played again, Lewis. 77 without loss. 50 from 46 deliveries, 20 from 38 deliveries is Brandon King. 77 without loss. Well played, man. So Karen Fritz, he seamed the ball left, right, and center. There was a time when he bowled 4 consecutive deliveries to Lewis, and it didn't go anywhere near the edge. It didn't go, he couldn't middle any. Same thing for King too. One of the time I think he bowls, or was it Turner? But the truth is, Karen Fritz, Jafra Archer was almost unplayable at times. He bowled 5 overs for 21 runs, but he was beating the edge of the bat so much that he went for the glory deliveries, and when he did, they traveled. Rashid bowled Googs. Oh, Evan Lewis never pick it, and it goes to backward point off the leading edge. On the bounce, there is no run. 77 without loss. Rashid comes in now, bowls to Lewis, and Lewis off the back foot plays it down to long off for a single. The score moves up to 78 without loss. So 78 is it without loss. Theresa is saying, congrats, Lewis. Yes, congrats. You need to slash a like on the video for the Lewis 50, man. Lewis made 50, so slash a like. Give me 50 likes on the video now for that 50. Yes, Steve Russell, nice 50, saying nice 50 for Lewis. Navarro Abraham is saying, well done, Lewis, well done. As the googly turns across King, edge, drop that slip, running towards the boundary. They're gone for one. They'll come back for two as the fielder swoops on it down at third man, and they come back for two. King moves up to 22. Lewis is on 51, 80 without loss. It was wide of the slip fielder. Did he get a hand to it? No. He never got a hand to it. It went down. Rashid bowls to King, and King drive on the bounce, took extra cover, no run. The score remains at 80 without loss. King is 22, Lewis is 51, 80 without loss, 2 to come in over number 15. Adil Rashid, 2.4 overs, none for 17. Over the wicket, bowls to King, that's the googly, and came back sharply. And through to the keeper, it didn't touch anything, man. What is he begging? There's nothing doing. It didn't touch anything. Well, he's going to go for it. So let me read your comment. I don't think it done anything. But that's the googly I told you. I told you the reason why Adil Rashid bowled those leg break. He bowled them so short and wide that King can see that it is turning a long way, because he was always going to set him up for the googly. But I don't think this one even hit the pad. Even if it hit the pad, it hit it outside the line of off stump. Clearly outside. I think it hit him outside the line of off stump. Outside, yes, outside the line of off stump. I am open, don't. Patrick Lambert is saying, the captain from the leeward will not agree with you because he took 4 for 22 in the open match. Clearly outside the line of the off stump. It was a good decision though, outside the line of the off stump. Patrick Lambert, the leeward will not agree with you because he took 4 for 22 in the opening match. Did Lewis ever play in regional four-day cricket? Let's comment to you just a minute there, the champion. 22 matches he played. Rashid over the wicket, bowls to King, and King turned this googly down to the man on the square leg boundary for a single. Yeah, so he plays 22 first-class matches, batted 42 times. He scored 1,229 runs. His highest score was 104. He has 1 century and 850, averages 30.72. So Edwin Lewis, yes, 22 regional 4-day matches, 1,229 runs, 1 century, 8 half centuries, highest score 104, averages 30.72. So that's it for Evan Lewis. At the end of the 15th over, West Indies 81 without loss. King is on 23 and Evan Lewis is 51 not out. Karen Fritz said, then I'm proud we played him well. Congratulations, Evan. Yes. So the rain is coming down again. And we don't reach 25 overs yet. So there's a chance here that if the rain should come down again, there's a chance that the match could be abandoned. Hopefully not. And the groundsmen are running towards the covers. Are the covers coming on? It appears they are right at the edge of the boundary. Well, they are on the field. That means it's coming on. So the rain is coming down. So I hope if the rain is coming down, I hope that there's another covers out already. The one that goes over the pitch, because these groundsmen are moving very slowly. No, that one is just getting there. Well, probably the rain is not falling very, very hard at this time. Probably it's not falling very hard at this time. The champion said, Davon Daly said, boy, may I wait for the youngster Joel Andrew to be in the team. All right. There is the easiest way for Joel Andrew to be in the team. Say that he doesn't play any of these 3 matches, because if Sammy should pick Joel Andrew in the team, which is his right, and I don't think anything, I personally don't have any problem with a left field pick, a left field selection. You know, it's a call. It's the call of the coach. He can make that decision. So I personally do not have a problem if he. I don't have a problem if he select Darren Bravo. I don't have a problem if he. I don't have a problem if he selects Stephen Pascal or anyone. If you think that that's the best player, I don't have a problem. So I hope if Joel Andrew play, he's successful. But the easiest way for Joel Andrew to get into the team is when he's playing List A cricket and regional 4-day cricket, he makes a lot of runs. When he does that, there won't be any to and fro whether he will get into the team or not. So that's the easiest way for him to get into the team. Make a lot of runs when he's playing those cricket. Anthony Jervis is saying, well played, Lewis. They have enough time to make that run, surely. Jay saying, why aren't they showing the meters of the sixes and how fast the bowler is bowling? I was asking that too, Jay, because especially when Archer and Turner was steaming in, because they were really steaming in, I was also asking that question. I was looking. The champion is saying, I asked because I wouldn't mind seeing him be an all-format player for us. The champion, that is something that I would have said 5-6 years ago, that Evan Lewis is the best opening batsman in the West Indies and he should be playing Test cricket. I have said that 5-6 years ago, and I would love to see him put in the work and get back there. He seems to be trimming down from the Lewis that I saw 2 years ago, and he has been batting beautifully. But I've said it 5-6 years ago that at the time, Elvin Lewis was the best opening batsman in the Caribbean. Franz Clan said, there was a lot of guys that was fit but had horrible performances. Then I'll take an unfit Lewis that would give me 100. As I said, that's something I'm not going to argue with, because different persons see it a different way. But I believe that an unfit Lewis, a fit Lewis, is able to give me more than an unfit Lewis. And it's not something that I'm going to argue with. I am going with the fitter person, because I believe that over the long run, hard work beat talent if the talent doesn't work hard. And I think that if Lewis was mentally stronger, he would have gone and get fit and get back into the team before. But as I said, I'm not going to say anything more on it. That is my position. Everyone have their own opinions, but I am a fitness person. Patrick Lambert said, I'm talking about fitness and Akeem Cornwall. Okay. Fleming is saying, Lewis 50, good job. 100 will be greater job. Let's take this home. Agree with you. We need these points to qualify for a World Cup. The thing about it, Zimbabwe and South Africa going to host the World Cup. And if we can finish, the 2 host nations will be automatic qualifiers plus the next 8. And if we can finish high enough on the table to qualify for the World Cup without playing any qualifiers, I don't see why we should go. And that's why I'm saying that we don't need to play any qualifiers, because we must be able to finish high enough on the table. We're in 10th now, but we haven't been playing a lot of matches. Desmond Haynes was just a horrible select. The thing about it, France Clan, let me tell you how me stay France Clan. Desmond Haynes was a selector. But we have moved past Desmond Haynes now. He's no longer a selector. I don't need to be talking about Desmond Haynes now. Was Desmond Haynes a legendary West Indies batsman? Yes. And I will always say that. And I will always remain happy for those joyous moments that Desmond Haynes have given me as a fan of West Indies cricket, as a little boy growing up in the 80s and the 90s. I will always cherish those moments. And he's an absolute legend of West Indies cricket. But I'm not going to go back to Desmond Haynes as a selector. He has passed through the revolving door. And right now he cannot affect West Indies cricket. So I'm not one who go back to those things. I don't go back there. Match needs to play early in the morning, Stephen Russell is saying. Well, the next match on Saturday will start in the morning, I think at 8:30 Jamaica time, 9:30 in Antigua. So that will be an early match. Karen Fritz is saying, champion boy. And the rain is really coming down at this time, It's absolutely pouring down at this time. Oh my Lord, it's absolutely pouring down. Champion boy Lewis, I feel at times it's like glass. Gets injured too easily, could be a liability in the longer format if not fit. But I've been saying it for years. He reminds me of the old Sri Lankans. Yes, and that was one of the issues of Karen Fritz. Winston King believes that Lewis is going big this evening. He is back in his form. Athena is saying, hit the like button. Of course, Athena, yes, hit the like button. I thought it was politics that kept Lewis out. I don't necessarily agree. There's a little of everything. There's probably a little politics. I know for one that Shafane Rutherford really got a rough deal, you could say. Let's say his compatriots. So Winston King is saying, come on guys, 559 watching on the 98 likes. We can do much better. Indeed. Yes, we can do much better. Rainfall in West Indies in the driver's seat, yes, but it's not yet a match. I think it's either 20 or 25 overs that constitute a match. Carlton, I believe in fitness, but how do you justify a man who is outperforming his team members? He should be encouraged to work on his fitness. But when does the time comes, Patrick Smith, that you say, enough is enough, Lewis. I know you're performing, but I know you can do better if you become fit. I know that you'll be a bigger asset to the team if you become fit. And I'm using you as an example, Lewis, that anybody who is not fit is not going to play. What about looking at this Patrick Smith and saying that if Lewis was a stronger personality, what about saying that you need Purcell? What if Courtney Walsh, when he had got dropped, had said, go with that, yeah, man, I'm not going to bother with that. You remember when Courtney Walsh got dropped and they played Baptiste instead of him? The great Courtney Walsh. You know, so you need persons with strong character. So there's two ways to look at it. I, for one, I don't mind firing the very best worker if I think it's going to set an example for the other workers, you know. Because I think that by firing the best workers, the other workers will realize how serious I am. But as I said, Patrick Simmet, I do not wish to comment on it anymore because there are different opinions. I'm not going to change your mind. You are not going to change my mind. I am a fitness person. Mr. Casanova said, I don't think Lewis is fit enough to play test cricket for us. Sadly, he easily gets cramped up and always in pain after batting 5 overs. Mrs. Cricket Forum, how are you doing? How are you doing? Good evening to you, Sir B, and to the Cricket Forum community. Special salutation to France Clan. What France Clan did now, Mrs. Cricket Forum. Dan Dada, yes, he's a world-class player. It's the rainy season in the Caribbean. Why are they playing so late? Stephen Russell, if you realize we are always playing cricket now, either in the Caribbean or overseas. We play cricket right through. Do you recall that we were in England, we left England, then South Africa came here, and as soon as South Africa came, after we finished South Africa, this was a CPL, and after we finished the CPL, we went to Sri Lanka. We left Sri Lanka on Saturday, and we are playing another match now. So, Stephen Russell, there's no season anymore. Hi, sir. Fine Charles and Myers should be backed up openers in case Lewis and King get injured. No, none of them is in the squad. Duckworth, Lewis Method, says Steve Russell. So I'm waiting on the rain, but in the meantime, I'm just going to take a break. I know that most of you will have some things to do, but I'll leave the stream up and I'll probably play some music. So if they come back out, I'll be here, but I'll leave the stream up for the time being. Okay. Yes, so welcome back. We are getting ready for a reduced game. It's now a 35 over game. West Indies needing a further. West Indies needing a further 76 runs to win. So thank you for those of you who have stayed with me and those who have joined back now that need to get rid of the music. Okay, so there goes the music. Thank you very much. So that's the situation. I would have posted in the comment section that at this stage, West Indies, the target has now been adjusted. And there it is. Target is now 157 from 35 overs. Each bowler can bowl 7 overs. So Jafra Archer only has 2 overs remaining. So Livingstone is the captain of this team. He's going to come into the attack now. And I realize that in the live chat. I hope you're seeing me clearly. Yes. The live chat, it's 74% of you still believe that West Indies will win. I guess those 26% are English supporters. Livingstone bowled down the leg side wide. The score moves up to 82 without loss. So King, who had a torrid time, an absolute torrid time he had against the English Pacers, play forward to Livingstone, and there is no run. Yes, he had a very torrid time. It was unbelievable how torrid it was. Livingstone to King, short out leg before. It was short. He pulled across it and it was out leg before. Clearly, that is it in the middle of middle. It kept much lower than he think. He's gonna review it, but it's. I did said out leg before. Even the umpire put up his finger. I did say so. So I think this is dead. I think that King is dead. 23 from 44 deliveries. So King goes leg before. 23 from 43 deliveries. 3/4. So that no bat involved. Hit him and Migger stump. Not turning enough to miss off stump. It's a clear dismissal. So King innings has come to an end. This was one of the easiest decision ever for an umpire. So King gone for 23. 3/4 he made. Leg before to the English captain Livingstone. Archer laughing, Archer was saying that, my, why did the man review that? Is the rain coming back down? Oh, he's saving me, pitch outside leg. Oh, well done, King. What a review. What do I know? Wow, it pitched outside leg. Wow. Well done, Brandon King. Lovely. Livingstone bowled to King. He's on the front foot, played it in the covers, and there is no run. Lovely. Come on, Leslie Reefer. You can't make those decisions. Ball clearly pitched outside leg, and you're giving the batsman not out when he was clearly not out. Livingstone over the wicket, bowls to King, who drives back to the bowler. There is no run. The score remains at 82 without loss. Knock it in the gap, King, and give Lewis the strike. Knock it in the gap. Livingstone bowl a full toss to King, which he played down to long on off the inside portion of the bat. The score moves up to 83 without loss. 83 without loss in over number 16. 15.5 overs have been bowled. It's 82 without loss. Yes, Athena, it was not out. Absolutely not out. Thank you for being here. Livingston, round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who hit this over the covers. Down to long off, wide of the long off fielder. 4 runs, lovely shot. That's what I say, King. Knock it into the gap and give Lewis the strike. 187 now without loss at the end of over number 16. Lewis moves up to 55, King on 24, and he will be on strike as that one was outside the half stump and sheer bull force, wide of some current and the boundary. He dived, scrape up his elbow. That's how it goes sometime. And so 87 now without loss. West Indies needing a further 70 runs to win in 19 overs. This has now become a 35 over run chase for the West Indies. The Duckworth-Lewis adjustment is now 157. So another 70 runs. Rashid, who have bowled 3 overs already, none for 18. He will have another 4. So a slip backward point. Rashid bowls to King. King drive, edge, wide of slip, and wide of also the short third man, and it runs into, no, stopped it just in time. As the ball slowed up, I hope they come back for 3. Yes, they come back for 3. King moves up to 27. Lewis on 55 comes into strike. It's 90 without loss after 16.1 overs. As Rashid tossed that one up, King came on the front foot, bust a big drive. It peeled off the outside edge to the right of first slip, to the left of short third man, and it slowed up just inside the boundary. Well saved by the fielder who gave chase. That's number 90. Who is it? Who is in 90? I don't remember who it was in 90. Bowls to Lewis, taken on the pad. It balloons out into the leg side. No run. The score remains at 90 without loss. So Atina was clearly saying, not out. Theresa was saying, come on, guys. We're doing it with flying colors, of course. Rashid bowls to Lewis. He pulls away down to 5 leg. This should go into the boundary just about now. 4 runs. It was short. It kept low. Lewis bent his knee, kept his eye on it, and pulled it away down to 5 leg for 4. 94 without loss now. 94 without loss, the West Indies in over number 17. 16.3 to be exact. Adil Rashid, 3.3 overs, none for 25. King on 27. Lewis on 59. Rashid bowls to him and he defends to the man at mid-wicket, and there is no run. The score remains at 94 without loss after 16.4 overs. Remind you that the match has been reduced as you saw it on the screen there. So it's on the screen there as Rashid comes in. Bowls to Lewis, short again. He pulls this time down to back with a square leg. So the first time he went to the left of the short fine leg. This time he went to his right. On both occasions, on his 4 runs, the ball is wet. Adil Rashid having difficulty gripping it. 98 without loss now, West Indies, as Lewis begins to motor along now. Really looking good is Elvin Lewis. 98 is it? He's on 63. Adil Rashid comes in now, bowls to Lewis, full toss. It hit high in the air. It gone all the way over long on for 6 more. It got the bottom of the bat, but still less. Real brute force as he goes up to 69, and that also brought up the West Indies 100 as the outfield is wet, and Adil Rashid is having great difficulty gripping the ball. Lewis is on 69. West Indies 104 without loss at the end of over number 17, and we are motoring to victory at this stage. Steve Russell said, come on, win this. Let's go. Yes. Coretta Singh, how are you? How are you, Coretta? I haven't heard from you from evening, man. How are you doing? Theresa is here too. You know. Good night to you too. Good night to you too, Coretta. So she's saying good night to Mr. Brown and everyone listening. Happy Diwali. Livingstone bowls to King, beaten outside the half stump, Salt whipped off the bails, but no damage done as King was in his ground. I think that this innings is going to make King a better batsman. Livingstone bowls to King, down the leg side, turn it away through square leg, down to the fielder coming around from mid-wicket, and they will come back for 2. He will move up to 29, 106 for 4 after 17.3 overs. With him is Evan Lewis, who's on 69. Livingstone in his second over, 1.3 overs, none for 8. We're in over number 18. 17 to come after this one. Livingstone bowls to King, is forward, played it to the man at extra cover, no run. The score remains at 106 without loss. 2 deliveries to come in over number 18. As he comes in now, bowls to King, and King is forward again. He played it again to the man at extra cover. Again, there is no run. The score remains at 106 without loss, with 1 delivery to come in over number 18. 17 overs after this one, with West Indies needing a further 61 runs to win. As King comes onto the front foot again, just open the face of the bat, guide it to backward point, and there is no run. At the end of the over, at the end of over number 18, West Indies are 106 without loss. Lewis is on 69. He will take strike. King is on 29 from 54 deliveries. Incidentally, both batsmen have faced 54 deliveries, but Lewis on 69 have doubled King's score, who's on 29. 18 over, 17 to come. A further 51 runs needed as Bethel is coming into the attack now. So England, it is said that they have 9 bowlers in their team, in their playing 11, and 2 wicket keepers. That's what it has been said. Lewis will be doing his century. Yes, 51 needed, and he need 31. And Brandon King need 21. So that's 52 runs. So I don't think they cannot engineer this. I don't think they can engineer it. So Bethel comes into the attack. Over the wicket, slow left arm spin bowls to Lewis, who uses his feet and played it wide of Archer on the extra cover boundary, and they will come back for 2. He moves up to 71. The score moves up to 106 without loss in over number 81. King remains on 99. Lewis is on 71. As I said, Frank McCune, as I said, if these two guys reach 50, England will feel the fire from Lewis' sword. Over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. He is in the gap. He never quite time it as it trickled down to the fielder on the cover boundary. And they will get another singer. The West Indies, us, will get another singer. He moves to 72. King on 29 comes into strike. He will love the bowling of Bethel. Let's see now. I think that just trying to preempt King, is he going to charge the first one? Or is he going to block the first one and then give himself room? I just don't think he's going to stay in his crease and play this delivery. He's either going to charge it or give himself room. Bowls to King, full toss. He proved me wrong. Full toss, which he played down to long on for a single. He moves up to 30. 110 without loss. So 20 overs constituted a match. So 9 deliveries to go before a match. So I really don't think if rain start during the umpire will ask them to come off, it would have to be a thunderstorm. There's no way Leslie Reefer can take them off the field. Bethel, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, peel off the outside edge. It's running away down to third man. The fielder caught up with it now, sends the return in. They come back for 2. He moves up to 74, 112 without loss after 18.4 overs. Lewis is on 74. King is on 30. Remind you that the target has been reduced to 157, as you see on the screen there. Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. Bethel, over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. So it's in the air, over long off. Let's see, all the way 6 runs. Lovely shot. He moves up to 80. And he's closing in on a century, Theresa. He's absolutely closing in on a century. 118 now without loss. He needs 20 to get his century. As he hit that over cover, Bethel just cannot bowl to Evan Lewis. Will he score another century here? Let's see now as the ball comes back, the umpire checking it. Bettel rubbing it. They need to bring back the two pace bowlers into the attack, or they don't want to run on the wet field, but they have spikes. Bettel over the wicket, comes in, bowls to Lewis. Lewis drive, cannot beat cover, who missed field, but the ball was close enough to him, prevent them from going for a single. At the end of over number 19, King is on 30, Lewis is on 50, West Indies 188 without loss. They need now a further 39 runs to win. Niall Alexander have to wonder what the World Cup would be like if Lewis Edmire and other good players was on the squad. Fleming is saying Lewis sending a message to Sammy. I don't get that. Pulled away, over mid-wicket, caught. King finally goes. Caught on the boundary. It was not one of his most fluent innings, 30 from 56 deliveries. And so they picked up their first wicket. 118 was the opening stand. He was caught on the mid-wicket boundary for 30 from 56 deliveries. He hit 3 fours in his innings. Very disappointed, but it was a short delivery from Livingstone, and he swung it straight to the man on the mid-wicket boundary. 118 for 1, the West Indies, after 19.1 overs. Fleming, Fleming, I don't think so. I would have explained already, and what asks you the question, what message is he sending to Sammy Fleming? Winston King is asking, where can I watch the game in the US? I don't know if it is on 10 Sport. I don't know if anyone who is watching the game in the US, please tell Winston King for me, please. Donald Popper, how was your day, man? Good evening to you too, Donald Popper. Jay said, King knows just one of those innings where you just play the anchor role and allow the informed man to do scoring. He was very disappointed when he got dismissed. I think he will be better for this innings. It was a torrid time for him at the crease. At no time did King give me the confidence that he was on top of the bowling. And I hope he wasn't clear in his mind today. So Casey Carty is the new batsman. West Indies need to win the other match and to secure. Livingstone bowls to Carty, who is back on his stump and played with a straight bat back to the bowler, and there is no run. So let's watch now as Livingstone comes into Carty. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, who swept this away, bottom edge, down towards fine leg. They're gone for 1. They will come back for 2. The ball is slowing up. They turn for the 3rd run now, and Lewis comes back easily for the 3rd run. West Indies move up to 121 for 1. So he swept that one, bottom edge. It ran away down to fine leg, and they came back for 3. 36 runs now needed from 93 deliveries. Lewis comes into strike. This is going to be interesting. 80 from 59 deliveries. As they make the adjustment to the field, Livingstone tosses the ball from hand to hand. Lewis Seckers round the wicket, bowls to Lewis, who play this wide off the backward point, and they go through for a comfortable single, showing that it's not only bull force but some dexterity is there also. 81 from 60 deliveries. 122 for 1 is the West Indies. Carty and 3 comes into strike. 2 deliveries to go to constitute a match. So after the next 2 deliveries, even if rain fall, there will be a result. Livingstone to Carty, and he looks to swing this away. Down over long off for 6. So Livingstone pitched up and Carty swings it away. Over long off for 6. They're checking, but I think it went all the way. I definitely think it is a 6. They're still checking. Let's look at it. It's tight. It's tight. It's very tight, but I think it's a 6. It's very tight, but I think it's a 6. Or did it bounce just? 4 runs. I think it's 4 runs. I changed my view. I leave it to the umpire. That one too close. Let me read some comment. West Indies need to win the other match and be secure the series and pick Joel in the last match, Frank McCoon is saying. So 4-run signal, 126 for 1. Carty moves up to 7. Livingstone, 1 delivery to coming over number 20. He's in, bowls to Carty short. He cuts it away. Down to the field on the cover point boundary for a singer. He moves up to 8. The score moves up to 127 for 1. Lewis on 81. So Carty will keep the strike. So 30 needed. Lewis need 19. Livingstone is saying something to Carty, and Carty is talking back to him. So Frank McCoon, if Joel Andrews play, I wish him all the best. But what's the hurry? He's young. He's 17. If he's good or if he's special, as a lot of persons are saying, there's no hurry. He will be in the team soon enough. So we don't need to rush it if he's special. No need to rush. He will be there soon enough if he's special, you know. Again, if he plays, I support him. He's a West Indies player. But we don't need to be rushing it. There's no need for rushing it. Over the wicket, bowls to Carty, who played it into the onside for there's no run. The score goes up to 1. The score stayed at 127 for 1. $30 needed. Adil comes in, bowls the googly to Carty, who played it away through square leg down to the boundary for Archer to field, sends the return on the bounce to the keeper. The score moves up now to 128 for 1. After 20.2 overs, West Indies needing 29 more now to win. Lewis is 19 away from a century. Rashid comes in now, bowls to Lewis. Lewis off the back foot strokes it back to Rashid, who field, and there is no run. He's bowling right arm leg spin over the wicket. One of the leading bowlers in international T20 white ball cricket overall. He's over the wicket, bowls to Lewis. Lewis swept this away, down towards fine leg. The fielder comes around field. Let's see if they will come back for the second. No, they stayed in their ground. The score goes up now to 129 for 1. Lewis moves up to 82. Carty is on 9. He comes into strike. Let's look at it. 2 deliveries to come in over number 21. Rashid bowls to Carty. Carty dabbed it into the offside to the field at backward point. There is no run. The score remains at 129 for 1 in over number 21 as Carty secors. There's a hold up in the play. Now it comes in now. Bowls to Carty, and Carty tried to slash this away through the offside. He mistimed the shot. It bounced to the man at backward point, and there is no run. He remains at 9 at the end of over number 21. Lewis is on 82, and so Lewis will be on strike now. 28 needed from 84 deliveries. Clearly, the number of balls are not an issue anymore. Mr. Casanova is saying, wow, King gone. He was trying to play himself back into form. After coming back from that injury, he had been out of sort. Thank you, Mr. Casanova. With Johnny Grave departure, do we still get to host England so many times in the future? Let's see. Good question. I wasn't even thinking of that. You think that he uses influence to get England here every year? Well, that would have been one good thing that you would have done. I would have missed that because clearly when England tour the West Indies, it's always a win-win for the West Indies. They tend to make a lot of money. Livingstone to Carty, play this away through the covers, down to the field and the cover boundary for a singer. So they are doing it in singles now. 131 for 1. 26 needed. Lewis needs 17. 26 and he needs 17. So the difference is 9. The difference is 9. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis. It comes into him as he played it back down the pitch. The keeper runs from behind the stump and field, and there is no run. Thank you all for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video. Click on that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Round the wicket, balls to Lewis, who looks to sweep. Bottom edge it down towards fine leg. It running very close to the boundary. It gets there now. Let's see. 4 runs signal. He moves up to 87. The score to 135 for 1 after 21.4 overs. Why were he sitting on the bench for the first 2 games of the last 3 games and make a 100 not out the 3rd game? That is the message he's asking Mr. Brown. As this one is played down to long on for a singer. I don't agree, Fleming. I don't agree that he is asking that. I don't agree with that. Because I know for a fact that Sammy is very keen to have Lewis around. So I don't know. There's no conspiracy there. Carty play this away down towards 3rd man. They gone for 1. They should come back for 2. It's now 138 for 1. So 19 needed. Lewis need 12. So the gap has come down from 9 to 7. The difference is 7 runs. So 19 needed. So Lewis should be keeping strike, isn't it? They run only 1 just now. I thought it was 2. Yes, Lewis is on strike. Mr. Casanova believes that Johnny Grave departure could affect us financially, to be honest. But let's see. Rashid bowls to Lewis, who pulls it away over mid-wicket for 6. That young man there is in danger. Be careful, watch it. 94 now, Lewis is. 144 for 1. 9. That's the 9-4 of the West. Let's check in something here. As that was pulled away by Lewis. So he is now on 94, 5 4s and 8 6s. 5 4 and 8 6s is Lewis. He's 1 6 away from another 100. Rashid over the wicket, bowls to Lewis, look to sweep, taken on the pad, outside the leg stumping pitch, not outside the umpire, 144 for 1. There's no run, Lewis remains at 94. You can review it if you want. It clearly pitch outside the leg stump. Go ahead and review it. I've gone with the review, thank God. They have no more after this. Carty is a player like to turn over the strike, quick finish. Lewis is a beast, said Stevie Russell. That previous comment about Carty was from Frank McCoon. Clearly pitch outside the leg stump. Probably even hit him outside the leg stump too. So they have gone for it, and so they have no more review after this. So they show you front and spin vision. You know, just go to ball tracking right away, man. Because it clearly pitch outside the leg stump. So here is spin vision. Clearly missing the bat. Never had to go through this. It pitch outside the leg stump. I've been telling you. Here it comes. I told you it pitch outside the leg stump. They have no review left. Here is Rashid, Adil Rashid. Over the wicket, balls to Lewis, and Lewis hit this in the air. Yes, he got it caught. Oh my Lord, he went for it. And he's out caught on the long off boundary. He has a smile on his face though. He never quite timed it. He got the bottom edge. It never came right out of the screw. Carty is running to pat him on the shoulder. I said, well played. Indeed, Lewis, well played. He made 94. So Rashid here, he never quite, yeah, his weight was going back again. That always happens when you don't clear the boundary, his weight going back. Let me read the comments. So, good job, West Indies. Giran Rose is saying, good job. Back-to-back 100, Frank McCoon, you spoil it, man. Frank McCoon, you put your goat mouth on the man. You put your goat mouth on the man, Frank McCoon. All right, next match. All right, cool, Frank. Next match. All right, cool. His weight was going back, He never come into the drive. As he played the shot, his weight was going back. So he never goes through. His power never goes through the ball. It was coming back because he tried to hit it like this. While if he had gone like this, probably look a 4 instead of a 6. Then, but he want to do it in style. Nonetheless, it's a good knock. West Indies will win 94. That's okay. Well played, Lewis. What came to my mind, though, is that did England ice him on 94? You know the term ice in sport? By going for that review, they know that the ball pitched outside the leg stump. They knew it, but they just did it deliberately to slow down the game and just to heist Lewis. And they're going to laugh, Rashid bowls to Hope. He covers up into the offside and there is no run. Did they do that? Just think about it. Did they heist him? Wow. You know the term in sport, heist, Bowls to Hope. Hope sweep this away down to mid-wicket. They will get at least 1. He'll come back for 2 now. And Hope is off the mark. He stayed on 1. Carty stayed on 1 and Hope is not happy. I thought it was clearly a 2. That's why I said 2. And there's Hope said, come on, man. And this is not the first time we are seeing this from Carty. I remember in the World Cup qualifier, Sinclair had to rough him up. Rashid bowls to Carty, turns away from him. He plays it out into the offside for a single. The score moves up to 146 for 2. Carty moves up to 13. Hope is on 1. Carty will keep the strike. At the end of over number 23, West Indies need 11 runs from 12 overs, less than 1 run per over. The review broke his concentration, said Jell Levy. Yeah, that's why I'm saying they probably heist him. Livingstone bowls to Carter, cuts it to backward part. There's no run. Yes, Jell Livingstone. That's what came to my mind. I'm just thinking about it. Coretta Singh said, good game, Lewis. Well played. Frank McCune said, better we play at 20 overs now. This game over too quick. Played away into the offside. They will go through for a single. The score moves up now to 147 for 2. Frank McHugh. Fleming said, big up yourself, Lewis. Great work. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, you need to slash a like on the video for that century, for that 94 now. Well played. Slash a like on the video for the West Indies win. Let us get up to 300 likes in this one, please. Bowls to Hope, who defends back down the offside of the pitch, and there is no run. Giran Rose believe that they throw him off guard. Yeah, I think they did ice him. Of course, yeah, I think they iced him, and it worked out. Livingstone bowls to Hope, and Hope played it straight to Rashid at covers, and there is no run. The score is 147 for 2. Was that on the bounce, or was it straight to him? He dropped it, you know. He dropped it. Hope got dropped. Bowls to Hope, played it back to Livingstone, and there's no run. The score is 147 for 2. Livingstone, and one to come in his fifth over, 1 for 27. 10 runs needed. He's over the wicket. Bowls to Shea Hope. Shea Hope cuts this away. Down towards the cover point boundary. Straight to the fielder. One more to the total. 148 for 2 at the end of over number 24. Hope on 2 will keep the strike. He's on 2 from 6 deliveries. Casey Carty is on 14 from 13 deliveries. Mr. Casanova believes that Carty thinks that he's Gale and not trying to run them singers. Valerie is saying that Lewis is out for 94. Yes, he is out for 94, Valerie, sadly. So Hope will continue to take strike. He's on 2. Carty is on 14. As Hope plays it away through the covers, straight again to the fielder. They second for 1. The score moves up now to 149 for 2. Carty, who's on 14, comes into strike. Hope is on 3. Garth Williams is asking, Mr. Brown, do you think we'll see the best of Hope this series? Rashid bowls to Carty, who looks to sweep. Taken on the pad. Slug sweep, should say. It taken on the pad. There is no run. The score remains at 149 for 2. 149 for 2. 8 runs needed. 64 deliveries to go. So that's 1 run every 8 delivery. Rashid bowls to Carty as the leg break just slightly turn across him. He dabbed it to backward point, and there is no run. 149 for 2. Carty is on 14 from 15 deliveries. There's a slip. Rashid bowls to Carty, and he cuts it away. Can't beat backward point. There is no run. The score is 149 for 2. 2 deliveries to come in over number 25. This is Rashid's 7th over. He has 1 to go after this. No, this is his final over. So 2 deliveries remaining in his spell. Rashid bowls to Carty, and Carty hit this over the top, down to the boundary for 4. So he just flat bat it over long off, down to the over mid off, down to the boundary for 4. 153 for 2. 4 runs needed now. 4 runs needed for this West Indies victory. That Lewis will be a... Frank McCoon believed that Lewis will be a pain in England waist. Bowls to Carty, the googly, he works to mid-wicket, no run. At the end of over number 25, Carty is 18, Shea Hope is on 2. 153 for 2. West Indies need 4 runs to win from 10 overs. Mr. Casanova is saying, that was an easy catch put down like the one Etty dropped. Yes, like the one Etty put down, right. Carlton Ayman said, Motie set it up. Lewis deliver for us. Great batting. As you say that, I need to do a quick poll here. Can I do a quick poll here? 75% of you think that West Indies are going to win. So I'm looking to do a quick poll here. As Hope plays that away down to the cover, they will get a single. Who is your player of the match? Player of the match. Carty cuts and miss. It goes through to the keeper. Who is your player of the match? Oh gosh. Who is Carty play that away down to the cover fielder for another singer. Who is your player of the match? Let me just say, who is first? LM. Lewis, Lewis. That one comes back into Carty and he played it to backward point and there is no run. Lewis and Motie. Motie. Okay, so there it is. So vote on that poll for me, please. 2 runs needed. Who is your player of the match? Livingstone bowls to OP, works this down to the man on the square leg boundary. Will they go back for 2? He comes in and they go back for 2 and the West Indies have 1. So OP just working that down to square leg. The fielder and the square leg boundary never tried to prevent the second. He wants to come off. He wants to go back to his hotel. Congratulations to the West Indies. So there's the poll. Who is your player of the match? So please vote on that poll for me. Motie got 4 wickets when the English threatened to up the run rate. He got 4 wickets. So Carlton Ayman is saying, can't wait for the next match. Motie set it up. Lewis deliver for us. Great. Read that one already. Sherwin is saying, Mr. Brown, what happened to Powell? Why is he not in the squad? Carlton Ayman is saying, can't wait for the next match. Read that one already, did I? Yes. There's a big difference in batting class between Carty and King, Sherwin is saying. Frank McCoon is saying, good job, boys. Congrats to you and thanks our favorite coffee drinker for a great commentary. Thank you, Frank McCoon. Elmer Fudd, I don't know what you're saying, Sherwin. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Carlton Ayman. Please do. We need to get 300 likes for this victory. Theresa is always here with us. Thank you, Theresa. And she's congratulating the West Indies team. Mr. Casanova said batsmen typically get the man of the match. But I'm not asking who they are going to give the man of the match. I'm asking this community to vote on who they think should get the man of the match. Because we as a community would give a better perspective of 3 or 4 persons deciding who is the man of the match. So when 200 or 300 of us in this community name our player of the match, I think it's a better analysis and a truer reflection of what the people are thinking. Stephen Russell, thank you. Hope we win the series. I hope so, Jamor Small. Okay, so thank you all. Let me check up on what you are saying. 71% of you believe that. 71% of you believe that Lewis shouldn't be the man of the match. It's now down to 70. So overall, 44 of you voted. That clearly is more than the 2 or 3 persons who are going to decide. So if they don't decide on giving it to Lewis, they got it wrong. Because 45 persons, 46 now, must make a better impression. No, it's now 50. 50 person must have a better analyst of the match than just the 2 or 3 persons. So 73% of you believe that Lewis was the player of the match. You know, this one was a long match despite the rain and everything. Thank you all for tuning in. Please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button, man. You can't be so... It's easy to click on subscribe, you know, and you are getting most of you agree that the commentary is okay. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful evening and see you tomorrow morning. Is it tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when I'll be doing the CG Super 50 match tomorrow? So I'll have a CG Super 50 match doing tomorrow. I think it's a Scorpion. Is it the Jamaican Scorpion that are playing? The match that is playing at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy tomorrow It's the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force playing against the Windward Islands Volcanoes. So it's tomorrow afternoon, and I will be here with a watch along of that match also. So see you then. I'll try and get the crew together, and tomorrow morning we'll do a review of this match. So if I can get the crew together, Basil and Dwight and Bobby, then we will try and do a review of this match tomorrow morning and get a deeper analysis of it. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Have a wonderful night.